Hi everyone, tell me if this sounds familiar to you. You really want to do something, maybe speak up in a meeting, start a new project, or ask that person out, or take a risk. But for some reason you hesitate, you convince yourself, no, it's not the right time. I should think this through more, or I'll do it later, when I feel ready. But here's the truth, probably you were ready. Fear just stepped in and took control. And here's the wild part, fear isn't always obvious. Sometimes it's not even the big, scary, in your face fear. Sometimes fear sneaks in quietly. It masks itself as logic. Let's be practical about this kind of a thing, just you tell yourself, let's be practical about this, this and that, like you're trying to be logical. Or other times it shows up as procrastination, like you tell yourself, I'll do it when I'm more prepared. It pretends to be self-care, like you tell yourself, I don't want to stress myself out. Yeah, you think that that's a self-care. And before you even realize it, you're not the one in control anymore. You don't realize that actual fear is running the show. So today we are breaking it all down, how fear controls you without you even realizing it, and how to break free before it runs your whole life. But right before we get into details, if you're new here, take a second to click on that subscribe button below so that you do not miss out on my future videos. One of the reasons is fear works like an invisible hand. So here's the thing about fear, it doesn't always feel like fear. It feels like overthinking sometimes. You tell yourself, what if this goes wrong? Or perfectionism. You just say, I need to be 100% ready before I start. Or could be avoidance. I'll just, wait until the perfect moment. But, there's usually no perfect moment. What's really happening here? Fear is subtly pulling the strings, keeping you frozen without making you realize it. Think about it. When was the last time you didn't do something because of logical reasons? But deep down you knew it was really fear, right? So didn't apply for the job because what if you fail? Or didn't post that project because what if people judge you? Or didn't set boundaries because what if they just get mad at you? Thinking about all those possibilities, what if scenarios, fear is sneaky like that. It convinces you that avoiding risk is the smart thing to do. But avoiding risk is also avoiding growth. Another reason, fear is a master of disguise. Fear isn't just about running away from danger. It can look like perfectionism sometimes. Like you tell yourself, I just want to do this right. But really you're stalling. Or it could be people pleasing sometimes. You avoid saying no because, you just tell yourself, I don't want to cause conflict. But really you're afraid of rejection. Or could be being busy. You fill your schedule with a million things to do, so you don't have to face what you really need to do. The scariest part, fear can make itself feel responsible. Like, I'm not avoiding things, I'm just being careful. But what if that careful is just fear in a fancy disguise? Another reason is fear makes you live on autopilot. Alright, let's talk about comfort zones. Fear loves keeping you in patterns, habits you don't even question. You wake up, go to work, scroll on your phone, do what is expected, and repeat. Because if you never question things, if you never take a risk, if you never make a change, there is no fear to deal with. Fear loves routine. It wants you to stay in autopilot mode. Think about it, because the second you actually pause and ask yourself, is this really what I want? Fear knows it might lose control. Now let's talk about how to stop fear from running your life. So, how do you take back control? First, recognize when fear is talking. Ask yourself, is this a real obstacle? Or am I just afraid? If you feel stuck, ask, what's the worst that could actually happen? If the answer isn't literally, something really bad, then it's just fear talking. Secondly, take small steps toward what scares you. Fear wants you to, overthink and do nothing, that's what it wants. So the way you break it, take action before your brain talks you out of it. Take action. Send the email, say no, post the thing. You don't need confidence first, you just need momentum. Thirdly, do something uncomfortable every day. Fear hates discomfort, so make it normal. Like, for example, talk to a stranger, try a new activity, take a risk, even a tiny one. The more you do it, the more fear loses its grip. Because listen, fear only controls you if you let it. But once you call it out, once you act despite it, fear loses its power. So are you letting fear run your life? Let's be real. Think about it. Are you really letting fear run your life? Is it disguising itself as logic, perfectionism, or avoidance? And more importantly, what's one thing you can do today to take your power back? Let's talk about it. Drop your comments below, your thoughts, your fears, your experiences. Because once we start recognizing fear for what it is, it stops controlling us. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this helpful, share it with a friend or family member who might need to hear it. Remember to give the video a thumbs up to like it as well. See you next time.